Hello and welcome to another edition of the Click Boom podcast. My name is DJ DarkwingD. With me, as always, the one and only icebug. How you doing, man?
Hey, doing pretty great.
How was
Um,
the week?
I was pretty good. Spent some time actually, getting my server set up and everything.
Oh, how'd that go?
Not so bad, except for as the crazy person that I am, setting up a domain server and everything, just so I can have single sign-on all of the
Mhm.
extra servers that I'm setting up. Because it's kind of a learning experience for me, so I'm setting up literally as many individual servers as possible to do what I want to accomplish,
Mhm.
and just so I have all that extra experience. I kind of went through all the work to set up the domain and everything before I actually used my license key to activate it. Uh, it
Not a good
wasn't
idea.
it wasn't the correct version of Windows, so now I have to start over
Oh,
again. So
that
no,
sucks.
not a good idea. But learning experience, and now I have to set it up again, which is more learning, I guess. So hooray!
Yay! Yeah, most of that went one ear and out one in one ear, right out the other. But hey, I know you fucked something up, so that was
Yeah,
nice.
like
Uh,
usual.
oh man, so I got to tell you about my week, dude.
Yep.
It was a pretty standard week, except for Wednesday. We got off work early. Well, okay, well, everyone but me and the morning news guy got off early. I was there at normal 5 a.m. Got out of there at noon. Our normal office people got there at 8 and left at like 10:30. But at noon, we all got together at the boss's house. And I'm gonna tell you, my boss is pretty loaded. I mean, if you can own a radio station, you're doing pretty good for yourself. Um, I mean, and he's got a gorgeous. Either way, we went to his house, and we had a meeting on some stuff we could do and what's going to bring in a little more money to the station. What are some contests we can do? And he like grilled freaking steaks for us,
Oh,
and then like we just
nice.
kind of sat around the pool and swam all day. Holy crap! What an awesome day! Like how many people's bosses actually do stuff like that?
Um, I feel like my boss would do that, but it'd be only for like management or something like that. But
Would he provide beer and margaritas?
yeah, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
He bought a arcade cabinet, so
What? No way.
yeah, like a giant main machine. So yeah, I don't know. It's
Oh, dude, those were one day I want to be rich enough to have one of those. Like, not just one, I want a full room of them because I remember, like, my best friend when I was in elementary school, his name was Travis. He was like the coolest kid ever because he was rich. I think that's the reason why, because I was so poor growing up. So, like,
yeah.
I kind of went with the group that I could have fun with, that they had all the cool shit.
Hmm.
But either way, like his parents were pretty loaded, and they had like a full on arcade downstairs in their
Oh
basement.
dang, dude.
Like, oh,
Let's.
and you got to be pretty loaded in California to have a basement, anyways, because people in California just don't have basements. Like,
Right.
you got to be able to protect from an earthquake. Basements don't help that.
Right.
So,
You could at least get started with the Raspberry Pi 2. They have a Picade OS. It's probably not the exact name of it, but just get all your ROMs, and it's just a single
mhm.
main machine. You just get a controller for it, and you can play whatever you want, really.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's something to look forward to in the future. So, but yeah, so far like that was kind of nice. So, so you know what have you been playing this week? Let's talk about that real quick.
Okay. So I'm gonna talk about what I've been playing this week, and then we'll talk a little bit more about that. Why I finally got it.
Oh yeah,
Later.
Rocket League.
Yeah, I've been playing a ton of Rocket League
See, we're
because
gonna have to play this now. Like,
yeah,
dude, my night is gonna be sitting here. I'm gonna run down to the gas station when we're done here, probably, and like grab a 12 pack of beer. And so me and you are gonna play around and play some fucking Rocket League today.
yeah, dude. But yeah, I didn't expect my key to arrive this early. After well, first off, I didn't even know I was gonna get it, and then I was like, well, perfect. I don't have to pay for it. And then it literally showed up the same, like, the next day in the morning. I was like, well, this is perfect. I'm just gonna play some Rocket League then. Um, that's actually. Oh, and I played a little more Dungeon Defenders 2 with Justine.
Okay.
But that's all I've been playing. What have you been up to?
Well, besides Rocket League, I actually hopped into some ranked on Rocket League. And I played 2 games, and I realized I'm going to stay out of it for a minute and
Yeah.
get better first because I won 1 game, and then I lost 1 game, and I'm now down 12 league points or whatever, ranking points.
Yeah.
Like you start off at like 900 or something, um, and going 1-1, I'm now negative. I'm at like 888 or something.
Oh, yeah, that's not
Yeah,
good.
dude, it's ridiculous. Like I lost 1 game after winning one, and I'm still down. That's freaking stupid.
I think I'm
But
just gonna always stay away from ranked because me and ranked matchmaking don't in anything that don't go together very well.
yeah, I know how that goes. I'm gonna eventually hop into ranked on CS:GO, and it's gonna be terrible. Like it's just not gonna be pretty. But no, something else that I've been playing is a little bit of Black Ops 3 beta.
Oh, so is that free for everybody?
I don't know. Like all of a sudden, I hopped onto Facebook, and there was a thing from Black Ops or whatever, and it was like, "Hey, try out Black Ops 3." I was like, "Really? You can do that?" So I hopped on Steam, and it was like, "Hey, you could download Black Ops 3 multiplayer beta." Okay, I'll play it.
Yeah,
It's kind of interesting.
I saw
Um,
that, but I just hadn't downloaded it because I wasn't sure if it was only for people who pre-ordered the game or if it was
I have
actually
not
everybody.
pre-ordered the game.
Oh,
I
that's
have
good
not
to know.
pre-ordered the game, but it might be because I have like Black Ops 2 or something on there.
Maybe.
I don't know the full details on how you get in with just this open beta thing right now.
Right.
Like it's not even full open. Like you have to have there's some type of requirement, but I can't find what that freaking requirement is.
Hey, I have Black Ops 1, so maybe that will count.
Hey, Black Ops 1 was super fun. Like so far that has been my favorite multiplayer of Call of Duty.
The only reason why it's been my favorite multiplayer Call of Duty also is because of One in the Chamber. That's the only reason why I bought that game. Literally, the only reason I bought Black Ops 1 was to play One in the Chamber, and then they haven't included it in any other game since, and it's stupid. This is why I don't buy Call of Duty games.
It's in Call of Duty too, but you can't just only queue for One in the Chamber.
Right, that's what I want to do. I want to
Yeah.
only play goddamn One in the Chamber.
Oh, well, I mean, so far Black Ops 3 is actually fairly fun. I think the fun aspect to me is that it's such an easier game than CS:GO, and I'm really bad at CS:GO. Like, let's not kid ourselves.
No,
Call of Duty is a kiddie game compared to
Oh
CS:GO.
yeah, oh yeah.
Like, CS:GO is a better game anyways.
Right.
But God, I still suck at it so bad. I just, everyone manages to just like always get you in a headshot with like 2 bullets. And I will
Yep.
sit there and unload a clip into you, and you won't freaking die.
Right.
And I hate it.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it's because I'm bad and I'm terrible at aiming. But still, it sucks, and they're cheaters and hackers, and I will not stand for it. Will not stand for it. Anyway, actually, you know what? I legitimately ran into my first hacker the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was odd. There's always some guys that you suspect, but you always kind of blow it off like, no, I'm just bad at this game, and they're probably really good. And like, this guy though, like straight up, he would have only his pistol running around, would fire 1 bullet, and it would always go at your head.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And like everyone on the server was calling him out. I don't know why. Like he was on the other team, so none of us could like vote to kick him. But the
Right.
people on his team were like, "Well, we're gonna win this game, so whatever."
Right. We
Assholes.
don't care.
Oh, they were calling him out and calling him a douche, but they wouldn't, vote to kick him or anything.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah. So either way, though, Black Ops 3 multiplayer, pretty fun. Gonna be a decent game. The maps are pretty nice so far.
Cool.
I'm not too far into it. So far, it's mainly a bunch of, excuse me. Mainly so far, it's a bunch of like assholes, just like who are way higher level, being assholes. It's kind of what assholes do. So,
Well, there's your market for
Yeah,
Call of
exactly.
Duty anyway, so whatever.
yeah, pretty much. So, I'm probably just gonna wait till they do like the free weekends, like they do with Advanced Warfare.
Right.
Probably not gonna buy it, but hey, when I can play it for free, I'm gonna enjoy the shit out of it.
Heck yeah.
So, haven't played a little bit more of the game of the week as well, Shin Samurai Jazz, which was kind of fun. But we'll get a little more into that a little bit later on. So let's talk a little bit of esports. Anything going on in Dota, or would you like me to go first?
I just want to talk about that deal really quick, and then I'll
What
just
deal?
roll into Dota really quick because I don't have too much.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. We didn't get a chance to talk about that. Go for it.
I gotta pull it up. I wasn't
So
prepared.
basically, what it is, since he doesn't know shit about it, if you did you just pull it up?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Go for it then.
Okay, so
That's what I got.
if you have pre-ordered or are planning to pre-order the Steam controller or the Steam Link, which I don't know why you'd get the link without the controller. Well, you could do mouse and keyboard, but anywho. So if you pre-order either of those or both on Steam, you will get a copy of Rocket League and Portal 2 for free. If you already own those, it just adds it to your inventory as extra copies that you can give to your friends. I think this is like my third copy of Portal 2. I did not expect that. So anybody who had pre-ordered it before the cutoff date, which was like the 26th or something of this month, just got it immediately. Like I just logged into my account and was like, what the crap? I have an extra item. It's Portal 2. How did I get that? And then I had to look around and say, oh man, it's this deal. When you pre-order this, you'll get it. And it actually counts towards a retail pre-orders as well. So if you go to GameStop and pre-order the Steam controller or the Steam Link there, you will, when you actually go pick it up, you'll get a code to get Rocket League and Portal 2 for free. I don't know how long this offer is lasting. I'm assuming it's until the controller comes out in November. But I'm happy because I was waiting to buy Rocket League till a sale or something because I already had it for PS4 for free. But now I got it for PC for free, and I was actually kind of expecting them to do something like, oh, your controller's not going to arrive till the middle of October. You'll just wait till then for your key. But I got it now, so I'm playing the crap out of it on this junky 360 controller.
Yeah, I know how that goes. I got one too,
Yep.
but it glows blue.
Oh, yeah, that's
Damn.
great.
Fuck yeah, I love that thing.
I blacked out my buttons, so I can't tell which ones are which.
You dumbass.
It looks cool, though.
See, like I have to do that because I play a lot on my DS.
Yeah.
So you know, here you have A and B, but on a DS it's A and B.
Right.
So it always throws me off. So I'm always having to like look down at it. It always throws me off.
I've been able to adapt well enough to that. I don't really. It only confuses me when I have non-contextual menus saying, "Hey, you have to hit the B button," and it's like, "Oh, right, it's there." It just takes me a second to figure it out. Like, actually, it's Y and X are the ones that I only have a problem with. But
Oh really?
yeah. So for Dota 2, I have one thing, and that's it, which I haven't really been paying too much attention to it. So maybe
it's
there's
it's
some
kind
more
of a
stuff.
slow time for Dota though.
Yeah. So we already talked last week about how you can qualify for the Masters series, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we don't have to talk about that. But my favorite casting studio have been doing several successful tournaments, which is a lot like the what's that StarCraft 2 tournament where everybody hangs out in a house?
Star Ladder?
No, like Home Story Cup.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not a StarCraft guy, so I
Okay.
couldn't tell you.
But so they Beyond the Summit has been doing tournaments like that, and they've been fairly successful. I don't know when the next tournament like that is going to be, but they did announce another tournament that they're doing, which is kind of a bigger in scale but smaller in importance tournament. It's just the BTS series is what it's called, and it's kind of like just something for the C area, the American area, and the European areas to grow the community. So it's like lesser teams are going to be playing in this, and not the big pro teams. They're not going to be playing in it, but it's just so you can actually gain like tournament experience as a smaller team, and then also show that you have what it takes to make it to the bigger events and everything.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, so they have $180,000 worth of prizes for that, which is pretty great for small fry teams and stuff. I don't know how it's supposed to be divvied out or anything, but I'm excited to watch that because they have a lot of good talent there. The first event is actually happening. Starts today, so it's the 29th to the 30th, and it's the C tournament. So Southeast Asia is going to be starting now, and you sign up for all of these on Faceit, so you can search all that out, and I'll put a link to this article that I'm looking at in our show notes on YouTube there. So what's going on with League of Legends?
You know what? We're in a huge time for League right now. We're getting all set up for the World Championship. A lot has gone on. We've qualified a couple of teams over the past week. Let's start off with Europe. We had the finals of the European Summer Split last week, where Fnatic would actually drop their first game of the year. They'd actually dropped two games, both of those games to Origin in the finals. They would lose. They would win the series 3-2, auto qualifying for the World Championship. Due to Fnatic winning and H2K winning in the third place match, H2K is qualified now for the second seed for Europe. Right now going on, we got the regional qualifiers that just ended with Rockhat beating Giants 2-0. Tomorrow they'll go on to face Origin. The winner of that will go on to face Unicorns of Love, and whoever wins that series will go on to the League of Legends World Championships coming up starting, I believe, October 1st. Going to NA, this was rough, especially for a TSM fan. CLG wins the Summer Split. Doublelift finally gets a trophy. First of all, congratulations to those guys. They played a hell of a series. They completely outclassed TSM. There was kind of a counter pick in the top lane. They picked Yasuo going into the Gnar, and that really threw TSM off. They just did not know how to deal with it. The next two games, they're like, oh, well, we'll just pick Yasuo ourselves and wreck with it. They were on tilt right after game one, and it just shone through. They ended up losing the series. CLG wins 3-0. CLG auto-qualifies as the first place, or number one seed from North America. TSM, due to points, will qualify as the second seed. Starting off today in just about an hour, we have Cloud9 taking on Gravity for the first series. Tomorrow, the winner of today's games moves on tomorrow to face Team Impact. The winner of that series will go on to face Team Liquid for the third seed. That game goes on Monday. Let's head on over to our friends in the East. Let's talk about the LPL first. We finished out the League of Legends Pro League for China in an exciting 3-2 set. I do believe it was 3-2. Either way, LDG Gaming would beat QG to win the LPL. And this is pretty cool out of it. Their AD carry Imp, who's formerly from Korea, he played in for MVP Ozone, which then turned into Samsung Ozone, which then turned into Samsung White. He's the first Triple Crown winner for League of Legends. He didn't do it all in the same year, but who cares? We don't give a shit about that. He won the Champions Korea, OGN. He won the World Championship Season 4, and now he's an LPL champion. So probably going down as maybe the second greatest League of Legends player of all time, right past Faker, because, well, Faker's Faker. So congratulations to LDG, LGD. They're moving on. They had actually already auto-qualified without having to win that as the first place seed for China. We do have coming up starting September 4th, so that is next Friday, the regional qualifier starts for China. Now, the way the regional qualifier goes for China, because they still have two seeds to go, the winners of the winners and losers bracket will both go on. Winners bracket is 2, losers bracket is 3. We'll kick things off with EDG versus Snake, and then we have QG versus IG. Those winners will face off in round 2. The winner of that one auto-qualifies. And then, of course, we have the losers bracket as well to go on from there. Let's move over onto Korea, as we just finished the LCK League Champions Korea today. Congratulations, SK Telecom T1, Faker and the boys winning 3-0 over KT. And really, it was a very impressive set by those guys. They just made a lot of great choices. I got to catch Game 3 this morning when I went to work because, well, it's Saturday and I didn't have anything to do, so I just kind of watched Twitch on my phone. So congratulations to those guys. They are now qualified to move on. Let's move over the international wild card. So we had the first set of the international wild card, the event in Turkey going on this past week. That featured from the Oceanic Pro League, the Chiefs Esports Club, from Southeast Asia, Bangkok Titans, from Turkey, Dark Passage, and from Japan, Detonation Focus Me. Had a bit of an issue. They got DDoSed on the first day, so they kind of had to push things back a little bit. They canceled everything in the first game, said we'll come back tomorrow and resume. The finals, we saw Chiefs Esports Club taking on the Bangkok Titans. Bangkok Titans would win 3-1, and they've moved on now to the League of Legends World Championship. The other wild card we got going on right now is going on in Chile right now. This is between Brazil, being represented by Pain Gaming, the Commonwealth of International States, Hard Random, and Latin America, which is Chaos Latin Gamers. They're doing 3 games today. They'll do 3 games tomorrow, and then come back in a week on the 6th to do a best of 5. And actually a pretty nice stage. So. Pretty big arena, so that'll be nice. Congratulations to those guys just for making it this far. Personally, though, I'm really excited to see the Bangkok Titans. Southeast Asia is one of my favorite groups. So looking at who has already auto-qualified, or who is already qualified for the League of Legends World Championship. North America already went over that. CLG is Seed 1, TSM Seed 2. In Europe, Fnatic Seed 1, H2K Seed 2. China, LGD. I always say LDG. LGD is number 1, still waiting on 2 and 3. Korea, I forgot to mention, okay, SKT is the first seed. Due to the highest championship points, the KOO Tigers, KOO Tigers, are the 2nd seed. We do have the regional qualifier coming up for them. Let me pull up that page so I can see. They actually don't have that completely updated yet, so I can't tell you who's all in that because I don't know off the top of my head, sadly. But I do know CJ Antis and Najin are already in that one, so... I gotta go for CJ Antis though. Like those guys have, it's CJ Antis. Who doesn't love them? Except for season 2 when they cheated to beat TSM. I'm still salty. I'm sorry. No, there was a big thing. I'm not gonna go into it, but like the team got fined like $12,000 off that.
That's it.
You know what you say? Well, that's it, because it's actually fucking true. Because overall, they won $250,000 in the tournament. Like, yeah. So, anyways, that is. It looks like that is all we got so far for the League of Legends events going on. We'll have a little bit more next week and find out a couple more spots on who has qualified for the World Championships. So. All right. Well, you want to move on to this week's game?
Yeah.
Cool.
There we go.
All right. So yeah, Clint actually has to play this live right now because video
issues. Yeah.
Yeah. So the name of the game is Shin Samurai Jazz. It's a nice little 8-bit throwback platformer, and
it's like it's kind of like Super Meat Boy if it was on the NES, but then is in linear levels instead of just like level 1 and then when you beat it you're done and then you go to the next level. It's actually like all intertwined and there's like a combined story between them all and everything. So
yeah, but I mean basically you have to go I mean as you can see there's sword fighting, there's different monster, or I don't want to say monsters, but guys you'll see in a minute. Did you even follow like the story at all?
Kind of.
I didn't. Like, okay, have you beaten the first boss yet?
No. Wait,
no.
I don't think so. No, I haven't.
The 2 really hard guys.
Well, right now I'm actually I didn't save after I was done with the apartment and everything, so I got pretty much all the way done with the warehouse. I just gave up after a while and then didn't realize that there was consequences to just giving up. So you're gonna see early game, which is cool. Like
yeah, like. Eventually, the first boss you have to fight, it's actually like a set of 2 bosses. And by the way, fuck those spikes. They're a pain in the ass. Because if you get stuck in them, Like you just
Yeah, that's
you're
it,
yeah,
pretty
you're
much.
dead. You're gonna die. Luckily, you there's no like lives or anything. You just come back. But no, like you face the first boss, and it's these two guys that will like charge at you. But if they manage to catch you while they're charging at you, they can hit you like 5 or 6 times, and you're dead. So that is annoying as shit. But you can see, it's there's a little bit of a puzzle element in there as well. Like you see, he has to go hit the button. Yeah, sometimes you get caught on the edge
Yeah.
when you're trying to go, and it's annoying as shit. Um, but you gotta pick up keys, you gotta push buttons, platform. I mean, it's basically just a nice throwback to the old NES days. It's like he said, it's Super Meat Boy if it was on the NES. What I like to describe it as is like any Super Meat Boy meets like I don't know Streets of Rage or something.
Yeah. You do have like an extra thing, which is this dash right there.
Yeah, I always forget to use it. Like,
Oh, I don't think I could actually do anything in this game without the dash.
oh really? I just got fairly decent at double jumping and wall hopping. So yeah, like here he's got to drop down at the extra to get the button, and then jump back up, and that
Yep.
opens it up.
So
So
there's a lot of these like they're kind of sectioned off into small levels, kind of like Super Meat Boy,
yeah.
but it's still it has a different feel because they're seemingly connected. You don't have a menu or anything between stuff, which is very NES style. And I think it's interesting how they decided to keep the same color palette and everything from the NES when they went to do this stuff too.
Mhm.
I like how the platforming is really crisp. It seems to work well with shit. I'm gonna say it right now. It seems
Yeah,
to
it's
work
really
really
annoying that
well.
every time you go back, those guys always come back.
And then here's my main gripe with the game. It says in the menu, "Oh, a controller is recommended," but then there's no way to hit 1 for slot A, 2 for slot B, or 3 slot C with the controller. So you have to go to your keyboard occasionally when you're going through the menus, which is stupid.
So
Um,
stupid.
yeah, but it gets pretty difficult a lot with you get a lot of those spike things going on in the walls and stuff. You have to jump around and everything. Was there anything later in the game that's kind of a different mechanic, or is there just a lot of different configurations of the spikes and stuff?
You know what? I'm not too far in, to be honest. Like I'm basically at the end of this level here. And then I kind of ran out of time. Like I've been a little bit busy this past week, so I didn't get a chance to play too much of it. I mean, come on, I had to land on my boss's pool for
Right.
hours on. Uh,
Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Yeah.
See, that's the cool thing, though. You don't got to worry about it. It just sends you to the back to the very beginning of that room once again. Like I died for like probably a good 15 minutes on that first boss. Well, I say boss, but it's like bosses. Um,
Maybe I
so
did.
that helps a
So
lot.
the boss is right at the end of this section, or of this whole complex.
Yeah,
Or
basically at the end of the warehouse. Yeah, yeah.
outta here.
So yeah, this one goes on for a while, and then you just kind of.
Like one strategy I found was like when you have a bunch of enemies and stuff, you can kind of like get one to follow you.
Oh, that's exactly how I ended up. Like once I figured that out, that's how we beat the boss because the way it works is
Oh no,
they.
I did get to the boss. I got to the boss, dude. The two dudes.
I just mentioned the two dudes
Yeah,
that will rush at you.
yeah. Oh no, I totally. I got there. That's where I gave up.
So you didn't beat them.
No.
Okay, so here's the trick that I figured out for them is to fucking sorry, part of me is like watching you play, and the other part is like I should be. Um, basically, what I ended up doing for that boss is if you jump over the one and head towards the left, or excuse me, towards the right.
Yeah,
Oh no, you're going the wrong way.
I see that now.
So basically, yeah, you gotta jump really quick around the one. Yeah, don't worry. There's that fucked with me at first too, because I was like, well, where do I go? And then I dropped down. Oh god, I'll have to start this. Nope, I'm good. I'm good. But if you jump over the one on the right, and then lure him away, then you can just run back, jump in, or run back, make him come towards you, and then you run in, hit him a couple times, and then back off, and then run in, hit him a couple times, and if you do that enough, then he dies, and then you got the other one to just go ahead and hit. So right, you can just fall all the way down.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck. No. Nope. No, I can't.
Oh no, you got to go to the other side. I
Yeah.
forgot. Yeah, never mind. I'm dumb.
So I think how I was going about it, I had the correct strategy. I just didn't have time to continue doing stuff.
That's
I just died, by the way. You can't really see it on the actual screen, but
yeah, because we're blocking so much of the screen.
well, you gotta have these good-looking dudes on here, so
Fair enough. I'm sexy.
But I think like you could notice like you kind of timed it out. I don't think they had necessarily a tell, but they would always at the same timings charge you. And so then if you just jumped up, like straight up, there's a good example of getting trapped in the spikes.
Yeah.
But if you just jump straight up right on their timing section thing, then they would charge, and then you can get in there and attack a couple times before they attacked again, and then just keep jumping. I think that's the correct strategy for me. I just didn't have the patience to finish it.
Gotcha. Yeah, they were hard, and like they were a pain. Like if they caught you once, you were probably done for.
Right.
So, well, one other thing that was really great, and you can't really hear it right now, but man, did this game have an awesome soundtrack.
I can totally fix that. Hang on.
Oh, do that, yeah.
You won't be able to hear it, but everybody else will. So.
Yeah. Well, I could if I turned the stream up, but then I'm just gonna hear an echo from us, and I take it you rocking out means you've turned it on.
Yeah. It's a slow jazz on this one, but.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I just heard it on stream. Yeah, it's so great. Now, I mean, now you get where Shin Samurai Jazz.
Right.
So, you know, it has a nice kind of, and the music just fits the, I don't want to say the context of the game. I think that's the wrong word, but just the feel of the game.
It's like a film,
kind of
film noir, however you say that word, samurai game.
Yeah, and the music just fits that so well, and I think it really helps with the immersion of the game. So, like, overall, this is another game where when I finally get around to it, I'm probably going to finish it, but I can't stick on one game for too long these days, so I just end up getting bored.
Yeah, I mean, just do yourself a favor and buy this game, because
it's 99 cents!
I mean, shit, it was 99 cents!
Like, that price, honestly, they could probably charge like $5 for this game, and people would still buy it.
Or you
I
should
would still
anyways.
buy it.
I would still recommend that you buy it.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, this game was really well put together. It's got that great classic NES feel to it. And it has a ton of gameplay to it. So for 99 flipping cents, dude, go frickin' buy this game already. So, don't jump right into the spikes.
Shut up.
Jesus, Clint.
I didn't claim to be good at this game.
Oh, man.
Okay.
So yeah, it was great. So Shin Samurai Jazz, definitely go buy it. Only 99 cents. Such a great game. So we need to pick a game for next week, but we also have kind of a big announcement.
Yeah.
All right. So we mentioned last week we're going to try to get a special guest for not this week, but next week.
Right.
So
we got a guest that's too big for us.
Yeah, why the hell he would agree to go on some,
some asshat jackholery.
Yeah, some small time podcast with, that barely gets any views, but he's a good friend of ours.
Yeah.
So that's probably why, and he's actually the person that inspired us to do this, anyways.
Right.
He was on Facebook. He was joking around one day how, he's got so much going on, and then you said something on there, and I was like, well, screw it. Me, you, and Clint should just do a podcast. And then, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months later, I messaged you, was like, hey, Clint, so do you remember blah, blah, blah? So you want to make a podcast? And you're like, fuck yeah!
Heck yeah, man, let's do it!
And that's kind of, how this started. We've been doing this now for, Oh man, I want to say since like January.
Uh,
It's when we kind of started our beta episodes with Let's Make a
right.
Podcast.
So this is the 17th episode after we went in out of beta, which we had at least
And
15 episodes there.
we've missed 2 episodes of this already.
Yeah,
So really we've been going since maybe October.
something like that. Yeah.
So yeah, maybe I want to say it was November maybe. So yeah. So the guy that inspired us to do a podcast almost a year ago, he's going to be joining us. We're going to have the one and only Chad Tronic.
Chad Tronic.
He's
You freaking
one of
fan fricks!
he's a really fun guy to watch. He's a really great person to hang out with. He's the dude that gave me my first LAN experience in casting, and runs one of the best Midwest LAN parties in MegCon that there ever will be. Maybe not ever will be because well we get DreamHack coming up, but either way, like he's going to be joining us next week. So we're going to do a Nintendo themed show.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
So that's going to be fun. So hopefully, if we can work it out just right, we'll have a game to go with as well. But we're going to have a special time that we're going to be doing this, and that is going to be at Friday at about 5 o'clock. Make sure to follow us on our Twitters, Facebook.com or Twitter.com slash. And you want to hit the button. There we go. At ClickBoom Show. I kept wanting to say ClickBoom Podcast. I'm like, that's not right. That's not right. No, somebody else took it. Somebody else. Or no, it was too long. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So at ClickBoom Show or on Facebook, facebook.com/ClickBoom Podcast. That way you can find out if anything changes, if we got to change any of the times or the dates. But so far it looks like it's going to be next Friday at, we say 5 p.m. It's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern. So next Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, for a special edition of the ClickBoom Podcast
and
with YouTuber Chad Tronic. And congratulations to Chad. He just recently hit 500,000 subscribers.
100,000.
100,000. Yeah, what the fuck did I get 500,000?
I don't know. 100,000 subscribers, and he had over 10,000 viewers on his stream on the first day of YouTube gaming. So that's pretty great. Speaking of YouTube, we will be streaming on YouTube next week and not Twitch. We're going to be using some new software, which doesn't allow us to stream to Twitch, or I haven't figured out how yet. But I might do a duo stream with OBS. We'll see if I can figure that out, and if it's too taxing, I won't do it. It'll be just YouTube, but it's going to look pretty good, I think, when we get the new software. So
yeah. So just remember, I noticed we got a new person in the stream right now. Next week we'll have a special guest, YouTuber Chad Tronic, one of the most prolific Nintendo YouTubers. So looking forward to having him on the show. He's a great guy, good friend, and we do appreciate him coming on. So Clint, before we sign out, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at icebug. You can also occasionally I'll be streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/icebug, and that's about it. That's good enough.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at DJ_DarkwingD. Also look up DJ DarkwingD on YouTube. I got a couple of videos up there, starting to try to put out a little bit more. Of course, I said that 2 weeks ago, and I haven't put up a fucking video since.
That ClickBoom Uncensored.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll record some Rocket League a little bit. Record some Rocket League later on. So looking forward to that. So make sure to join us next week. Follow us on Twitter at ClickBoom Show. Hit the like button on Facebook, facebook.com/ClickBoom Podcast, and hit that subscribe button down there. You can find all of our episodes on our YouTube page. Just search up ClickBoom Podcast on YouTube. So looks like that's going to do it for us. Join us next week on YouTube. Follow us on these right there to find out the link, as we'll have special guest Chad Tronic. He's Clint. I'm Chris. We'll see you next week on the ClickBoom Podcast.